Steve Zinsmeister and Gayle Bass in for Gatos and Chad today. This, of course, I'm Just Ken. One of the great songs from the Barbie movie, one of the biggest hits of 2023. And Gayle, you are the president of the Phoenix Film Critics Society. Sounds very professional.
Yes, I am.
You guys put out a list recently of your top 10 films.
6 a.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Okay, fantastic. You've been planning this, I can tell.
Yeah, all year. We have our dates for next year already.
No way.
Yes, we do.
A lot of effort goes into this, so let's give it the attention it deserves.
Absolutely.
So can you run me through, I don't see a ton of movies. I've probably seen like one or two of these. Mm-hmm. Can you run me through some of the big ones that people need to know about, and maybe they got the chance to see it, maybe they didn't?
Okay. The big movie, what we selected for Best Picture was Killers of the Flower Moon. And I would recommend that people stream that, because if you're going to go to the theater, that's 3 hours. And it's beautifully shot. It's about the beginning of the FBI, how greedy people were killing off the very wealthy Osage Indian nation, people in that nation, to just enrich themselves. And let's just say it's a very good work. And it's a very important, very sad chapter in our history. But you know, that's what the members selected for Best Picture.
That one's the Martin Scorsese 3+ hours.
And then the other movies in no particular order in our top 10 list: American Fiction, Barbie, Maestro. That's with Bradley Cooper. He looks a little different.
He's had this obsession his whole life about being a conductor. And that's where this came from. He's wanted to do this for years.
Very good. Oppenheimer, and Cillian Murphy.
Cillian
Murphy, excuse me.
Yeah, he spells it weird, but
he won Best Actor for Oppenheimer, and Oppenheimer's on our list. Past Lives, and I have to say, you know, that's what Bill Goodycoons from The Republic, that was his favorite film of the year, and I have to say, it was mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
I thought it was touching. It was tender. It didn't fall into your typical expectations of a movie about two people who liked each other as children, as teenagers, and then their lives diverge. One stays in South Korea, the other moves to the United States, marries somebody else. And how when they reconnect, you think, oh, something's going to happen. Is something going to happen? I think it was very realistic, very well told, very tender, beautiful performances. And so I really liked Past Lives. And second for me is Killers of the Flower Moon. And then Oppenheimer. So, you know, that's...
Wow.
Yeah. And then there's Saltburn. So Poor Things with Emma Stone.
I've heard a lot of good things about that
very
movie.
Good. Local Girl does well. Saltburn, basically, but from the same director that did Promising Young Woman, which was a terrific film. And then one of my favorites on the list, I'm so glad it made it, was Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which also won Best Animated Feature. And you know, Alexander Payne once again gives us a cool movie, The Holdovers. The more traditional type of storytelling from Alexander Payne. I mean, he did Sideways as well, but, you know, just terrific. Paul Giamatti's terrific in that. And Divine Joy Randolph won Best Supporting Actress for her role in that. Best Supporting Actor, Ryan Gosling for Barbie.
So... Listen,
Best Actress, Emma Stone for Poor Things.
Of course. I don't see a lot of movies. I think I saw one of these. I saw Barbie.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it in streaming. I didn't go to the theater for that one. So I may not be the best person to answer this question, so I'll ask you. How did this year's collection of films compare to past years, and how does it compare to what's coming in the near future?
You know what? Compared to last year's, think about it. We were coming out of the pandemic, and you know, like the years felt like they were truncated. Some movies they were holding back. A lot of people. I felt like a lot of people were home to watch some of these in streaming, and so now this is a more traditional year. But I felt like there was a lot of variety that was available to people, and that those film companies like Amazon and Netflix, they made some very good films that were possible. And one thing I want to tell people, since it's the holiday season, There it was a movie that was nominated for an Oscar a couple years back called Klaus. It's an animated or Claus. It's an animated picture from Netflix, and basically it's about Santa Claus, but it's told in a different way. The movie was charming, had a great song, and I think people should see it. It's a good holiday cartoon.
How did the actors/writers strike over the summer affect? I mean, did that delay a lot of projects that came out this year?
Well, it affected what people would know about a movie, because let's just say when you can't go out and promote your movie, even if it's an art film, you can't go and talk about it. People can't go, and people may not have heard of Emma Stone's movie Poor Things, or people may not have heard of The Holdovers or whatever, because they're not out there talking about it and pushing it and promoting it. You just might see an interview with somebody saying, wait a minute, that sounds interesting. I should go see that. So that's the problem, is that you don't have people going on morning shows saying, you got to go see this movie. This so-and-so gives such a great performance and this and that. Like, I was at CBS Mornings, and it was after the strike was over, and Lily Gladstone was there, and she was talking about her role. And, for the Phoenix Film Critics Society, she won the breakout performance of the year, because she was phenomenal in that. So again, this is, I mean, people say, what role do critics play? Well, usually the role I play is, can I take my kids? That's the number one thing people have. Can I take my kids? Number two, is it worth the money? And I tell people, it's worth the price of a ticket. Wait for streaming, or, there's a good movie coming out that you may never have heard of that you should go see. Like years ago, one of the reasons why we have the Overlooked Film of the Year award is for films that necessarily nobody would know about. Like this movie called Equilibrium came out in like 2005, and it was with Christian Bale. It was a terrific dystopian kind of film that was long before Neo and all those movies, and so it was really great action, a great script, great acting. Nobody even heard about it, and so I was telling people constantly, you need to go see this movie called Equilibrium with Christian Bale. You need to go see this movie, and it was a terrific movie. And sometimes studios make these movies, and they do not get the Barbieheimer treatment. Barbie, it was the summer of Barbie.
That was an anomaly for sure.
Yeah.
There you have it, a top 10 list of the best movies from 2023, according to the Phoenix Film Critics Society, and Gayle Bass, of course, being the president of that organization. A couple of ideas for you for the holidays to go and watch.
Thanks for watching Gatos and Chad. Click to watch more and tap the button in the middle to subscribe to KTAR News.